Michael, the story of Michael Jackson's life up until, I guess,
Bad.
yeah, up until like the Bad Tour. It's an interesting kind of movie because it's from the guys who gave you Bohemian Rhapsody. It's directed by Anton Fuqua. It's about Michael Jackson. It's his early life, his music. It's very watered down. It's a very light movie.
It's very.
It's a coming of age kind of thing.
It is a movie that
where like
highlights Michael's music.
I kind of when I watched the beginning, I was like, I already know this origin story. I felt like,
yeah, but other generations don't know it.
Yeah. And all they know is music. And
they came after
the ABC TV movie.
Yeah.
You know, the ABC miniseries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was American Dream. Yeah, American Dream.
Yeah. A lot of people, I don't know, people don't even know that one. But you have Michael portrayed by his nephew Jafar Jackson. You have Joseph Jackson portrayed by, I think, wonderfully by Coleman Domingo. Yeah. I think that was like those two were the highlight of the movie for me. Every time those two were on screen, and like you really dislike Joseph for pushing his stuff on to the kids. The fact that he wanted them to be famous, but then you have Jafar Jackson, right? You have Jafar Jackson playing Michael, and at times there's he portrays him very, very well, but there's times with the makeup that it's kind of awkward to look at. I don't know what I was looking at, but overall, I enjoyed this movie. The movie has the music, right? It has the music. It's very much a musical performance.
Those dance moves.
Yeah.
And it's not like not Bohemian Rhapsody, but like the Elvis movie, songs remixed to sound like that are the Elvis movie, but then sound like something completely different.
Yeah.
This is just straight up Michael Jackson's music.
They didn't sing over it. You get the making of the Thriller album. You get Michael when he was a little kid and showing how talented he was as a kid. You have Off the Wall. You get up until the Bad album, right? You get the Bad song, but that's it. You get Bad.
Well, I'm gonna spoil it. It's like he becomes a man at the end, where like he finally mans up and finds a way to get the strength to do what he wants to do.
Yeah, and
which is be by himself and say, "Dad."
Yeah, to stand up to Joseph.
Because he had everybody else.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like he calls his mom mother, right? Mother.
Joseph.
They call him
from the beginning.
From the beginning, since when he was a little kid, it seems like it was always a business thing with him and his children.
They show the whippings.
Yeah. They show some of it.
Don't get me wrong. That one spanking, I was like, word? It's gonna be like this? Cool.
Word? It wasn't just me?
You gotta beat that ass more often, or else I don't believe you being Joseph.
Give me a switch.
Because Joseph was
American Dream.
Really beaten.
American Dream.
Which is why I say this movie it's watered down. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I liked it. The only
it's watered down because it shows some stuff, but the movie's made and produced by the brothers, the family, Michael's son. It's gonna be kind of watered down. I think it's just It's a legacy movie. It's like they want to keep the image alive.
Yeah, and they're not focusing on the negatives. They're focusing on all the positives. And like from when he's a kid and he's singing to the disabled girl, right? To where he's going to the hospitals and visiting the burn victims or visiting the kids. Like they show all the good stuff that Michael did, the charity that he portrayed, and his music, right? And the fact that Beat It, he tried to bring the Crips and the Bloods together. Like it's
that's actually a real story
of Michael doing the Crips line.
Yeah. He gangsta, yo. But it's like this movie is focusing more on the positives versus the negatives. And I know that the whole thing is like, they couldn't delve into a lot of the darker side of his story because of some lawsuit. And I think the estate wanted it. But I think the movie ended up being, it's a love letter to Michael Jackson and his fans. That's what it is. That's what this movie is.
Not only that, I think the message of the movie, the whole purpose of the movie is the struggle between Michael and his father and him getting away from him. Because it's throughout the whole movie. I think that's what the movie's about. It's not just the music. Like some critics are saying that this is just music videos and just performances, but that's not the whole movie. Like the whole movie is him trying to get away from Joseph, even like hiring the producers to fight for him and not wanting to really confront Joseph until, at the end when he finally does.
When he realizes, when he's put in that position.
He keeps thinking about the idea of being in Neverland. Just keep putting it in there because it's all before even though it's funny because the house he died in is the house they're in this movie. So, but it's like but when before you even purchased Neverland, but he just kept thinking Neverland.
When he found the independence.
That's when he finally purchased.
Yeah, the independence is when he moved out. But overall, I think this movie is like, if you're a fan of Michael Jackson and the music, which I think a lot of people still are, this is a very enjoyable movie. It's 2 hours long. It's not a long movie, but I do feel like there's absences, right? You have the absence of like there's no mention of Janet Jackson in this movie.
Well, she was fighting. She didn't want to be. That's why she's not in it, because there was a thing that came out that supposedly during the family viewing, she was arguing with Jermaine about the movie. So she never wanted to be in it, even though they all came out and said that it wasn't true. They got into a shouting match. That she never wanted to be in it. Paris Jackson came out saying that it's full of lies, but she didn't really say what those lies are. And I've always thought to myself, as a family, you really know your family and you really know how they are behind closed doors. Like, you can be out in front of somebody and pretend to be somebody else, but as a family, you know who your family really is.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that the Jacksons all know these little things, and Paris knows all these little things that about her father and, whatever. But that's not information that needs to be or has to be public. That's just stuff that happened behind closed doors. And
even then, I mean, with Paris and Blanket and all these kids, they only really intimately know a certain amount of things because he wasn't around for that long before he passed away. Secondhand stories from family members or friends of family members, and that they have to make up their mind on what to believe, what not to. So kind of sometimes those ideas get skewed, and the only people who actually lived it will know it, but they're all going to see it a certain way. For me, so he liked me more, or like, he didn't believe in me because he hate me.
So
that's a real.
I think also the fight with Paris. I know that she's in the middle of a lawsuit with the guys that are running the estate, and one of those guys I think is the Barack, who's portrayed in the movie. So I wonder if what she's saying that are lies have to do with the character that's portrayed in the movie.
Bronca,
the one that's played by Miles Teller.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's what she's saying is a lie, that they were actually really close and that he helped them, whatever. I wonder if that's the lie, but I know that she's fighting with them. So I wonder if that's what she's saying is lies. She said, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Mm-hmm. Well, this movie did have to undergo a lot of reshoots, and the whole story had to be retooled completely. I think it ended up becoming this. It's different than it. If you liked like Bohemian Rhapsody, it's in the same vein.
Better.
It's directed better. It is.
Yeah.
It's told in a better format. It worked.
Better story to it.
Yeah, and they got rid of there's a whole Diana Ross like part of it, because they had got the actress to be Diana Ross, and then that whole part was cut out. But I mean, I would be interested to see where that's going to go, because again, maybe
they took out Tommy Chong because he found them on the road.
They took a lot of the scenes out of Studio 54 where, they show in the movie he goes, but they never show in Studio 54. And I know there was scenes filmed in Studio 54. There's a lot of things that were removed, and who knows what else was changed from the original cut.
Well, they kind of showed a little bit of the relationship of Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson. And then they didn't show
Yeah,
anything
because
else after
the
that.
movie was focusing more on Michael, his creativity, building thriller, writing the songs, off the wall, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's what it was focusing on.
Getting away from the whole
And-
family business.
Yeah, and becoming his own person. Overall, I think
Talking to
Yeah.
llamas and
Yeah.
SCG
Yeah.
monkeys.
Bubbles. But
Better
overall, I think this movie,
Robbie Williams.
and I will say
What?
this movie was enjoyable. I had a good time with it. The pacing was well done. Overall, I would recommend watching this movie, and I think it's going to make a lot of money.
It's got a super high score on
Wait,
Rotten
it's big money.
Tomatoes.
Even
the
though the
critics
critics hate it, people love it.
But I think it's a feel good movie. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
take anybody to watch. Kids can go watch that movie.
Yeah.
And it's all during the time frame of positive story in this to introduce.
This was all done before, like it was all before any of the big controversies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Until it
movie
goes bad.
ends right before any of those things came to light. So
Mhm.
I think that's the best way of doing it is if you're going to do this movie, you're not going to show that stuff. You just show it up until that point before any of the controversies, any of the accusations come to light.
Oh, that scene with the Pepsi commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it go before, but that was like
No, yeah.
Oh,
it
all of a
was
sudden
bad.
he was
It gives you an insight on how much pain he was in till the end of his life, where that
no
caused
painkillers.
nerve
And I was
damage.
like, oh, these painkillers.
That it caused nerve damage, that it caused irreparable damage, and I think that was the catalyst to get away from Joseph, because had that not happened, he would have never had that accident. So
Yeah.
Now, when did Joseph sound like a pimp from the 70s?
that's just Coleman Domingo's voice, though. That's just his voice.
Yeah.
I was like, man, he sounds cool as hell.
That's Coleman Domingo.
I'd let him beat me.
Don King, here we gonna do. You want some Cubans? I got some Cubans for you. So I need you to promote this for me, called the Victory Tour.
Yeah,
It's like, word? I'll do it.
yeah. I mean, the performances.
Coleman Domingo's
The
in a lot of things.
performances are great.
For first time acting?
For his first time, yeah, I was going to say his first
Yeah.
movie, his first time acting, he did a really good.
The
He
name,
really
though.
did embody his uncle, right? He really did embody his uncle,
Yeah,
and
his dad fucked him up by calling
He liked
Jafar.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
I love Jafar.
no, but it's like his performance is great. Coleman Domingo, Nia Long,
He's just there.
yeah, she really didn't do much. Like
She didn't do
Catherine really
anything.
didn't
She's
do
just
much,
there.
but
Yeah.
Well, that's what. But in all fairness, his mom didn't do much
True
either.
that.
She just watched him get.
Well, she's probably getting beat too.
That's all she
Yeah.
did.
I don't know.
They-
She just says what I'm
allegedly.
saying.
No,
kinda
no,
looks like,
no. According to a lot of things, Joseph beat the shit out of
Well,
everybody.
She does say,
He was
she
equal
does say in the
opportunity.
movie, you ain't beating nobody no more. And if you don't like it, you can get out.
well,
I can do, and then I can stand where I can.
yeah, I
stand
think this is an enjoyable movie. If you're a fan, highly recommend watching it. Even if you're not a fan, I think you would enjoy the storytelling and the visuals in this movie. But if you guys saw Michael, let us know what you guys thought in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And on that note, this has been Vinny.
And
Ozzy.
We'll see you guys next time.